You must use your heart to decide the destination, but use your head to plot the journey. Hey, I'm Nivya, and today I'm going to review the Chandra series by Amish Tripathi. The entire series is not a trilogy, it's more than 3 books, and the 4th book is yet to come. So I'll be speaking about the 3 books which are out, and they are Scion of Ikshwaku, Sita, Warrior of Mithila, and third, Raavan, Enemy of Aryavarta. They are all based upon or inspired from Ramayana. However, I would say it's more apt to call them as Amish Tripathi's version of Ramayana. Alright, so let's go to the first book in the series, Scion of Ikshwaku. The book Ram is almost dedicated to the 4 brothers, Ram, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughna, their bond and their unique characteristics and strengths, and also about their educational system at Gurukul. This book also sheds light into Ram's journey of becoming a crowned king of Ayodhya, the same place where he was considered inauspicious since the time he was born. So that's the entire plot and summary of what the book is about, but let me tell you my take about this book. So prior to reading this book, I had a huge expectation because it's Amish Tripathi. I mean, I adore his works which he has done prior to this, and so I was waiting for this book as well. But when I started reading the book, I felt it like in the beginning it was just okay. It was not great or it was not bad as well, but it was just okay with a lot of incidents being told, a lot of characters coming in. But towards the middle, I was completely blanked out because it was just so boring, lagging and overstretched. There was no surprising element. There was no spikes as such. It was just going with one pace which was like kind of boring. And by the end of the book, I felt it like it's okay now. It's come to the level it was before because of the entry of the character Sita and a few incidents happening there. But the entire book, as I see how like it was like to think over it, there's no element that made me like happy about it. There was no surprising element. It was just an okay book, and because of that, I will definitely not recommend it to any of you. You can probably pick it up, but then it's not a recommendation from my side. But thankfully, I still read Sita, the second book in the series, and I was just hoping that the magic of Amish Tripathi still comes back, and it did work, yes. So let's go to the second book, Sita, Warrior of Mithila. This book, Sita, is about Sita's childhood, her brave childhood, and how at a young age itself, she wanted to help people around, and especially the poor people, so that she can have a developed society. She is being portrayed as a very intelligent, smart and brave lady who knows exactly what she wants and how to achieve it. For example, the way she unites with Ram in order to reform India is just so amazingly being told in this book. I, after reading this book, understood that she is just not wife of Ram, but she is actually a warrior. She is someone whom we all will like look up to as a lady, even in like modern times when we look up to, that's whom exactly we should be inspired from. I thoroughly enjoyed the way Amish Tripathi has put in her character in this book. So let me tell you this, you do not have to read Ram. You can actually start from Sita itself. In fact, a lot of content is repetitive here in Sita, which is there in Ram. And the same content when I read in Ram, I did not like it, but when I read it in Sita, I felt it like in the right place. So I would say you can actually start with Sita itself and you can just skip Ram. Alright, so let's go to the third book, Raavan, Enemy of Aryavarta. Speaking about Raavan, I was just waiting for this book to get published. And that is because the way Sita ends, the climax, is in such a way that you will want to read Raavan. What I was able to relate to most is like if you guys have watched Bahubali, the part 1, how it ends, wherein we all had that question as to why Katappa killed Bahubali, wanted us to watch the next part of the movie, and we were just waiting for the second part to release, right? That's the same way I felt here. I was just waiting for Raavan to be published to understand what happened there. This book is about a very egoistic, ruthless, sharp yet knowledgeable Raavan, and why he became what he is very popularly known as. Also, it explores a side of relationship and bond between Raavan and his brother Kumbhakarna, who is very selfless and grounded. His character, Kumbhakarna's character, is very amazing. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed reading that character and knowing that character because I did not know Kumbhakarna much as we hear about Raavan. He is not very much spoken about otherwise. So this was a new side for me. and also the conversations that's happening between Kumbhakarna and Raavan is very thoughtful. Speaking about the climax of this book, I was just left awestruck. I mean, it was very new and fresh for me, at least. I don't know how many of you guys would have already heard about this version of Ramayana, but it was completely new for me, and I was really, taken aback by the climax. So that's about Raavan. I would definitely suggest you Raavan also. So what I would say to my viewers is that you can definitely start reading Sita and then read Raavan as well. And both books basically have a lot of repetitive components which are there in Ram. And you ideally do not have to read Ram at all, because that might, make you have a question as to do you want to read Sita and Raavan as well. And also for the people who have read Ram and have just left the entire series thinking that you will not like Sita and Raavan, give it a try for Sita, because Sita and Raavan are just so good and definitely a must read. Okay, so that's about these 3 books, Ramchandra series. And if you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you have not already. This is Nivea signing off. Take care. Happy reading. Bye.